may be looking for interesting ways to entertain our holiday guests, or perhaps find reasons to get out and about during our colder months. Well, we are incredibly lucky to be home to the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Museum, and there is no better time than now to plan a visit. We've got Joel Westphal. He is the museum's deputy director, and Dr. Morel Lukey. She's the supervisory curator, as today is the actual 50th anniversary of Gerald R. Ford becoming vice president. Well, welcome, guys. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much for having us.
Well, let's talk about the historical significance and what the museum is doing to celebrate this.
Yeah, well, on December 6, 1973, Gerald Ford was sworn in as the nation's vice president. He was the first vice president ever sworn in under the 25th Amendment. And of course, he had been appointed to office by President Richard Nixon after Spiro Agnew had resigned from office.
Okay, and so how is the museum honoring this day and then going on into the anniversary of his presidency as well?
We have a really big, we've had it since August, the Vice Presidency exhibit. So we hope that people come and check that out. It not only looks at Gerald Ford's role as the vice president, but basically the role of the vice presidency of itself, going back at least a century or more. And we have other things as well that we have going on at the museum.
We also are hosting our holiday train, the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Express, which visitors can see in the lobby. And it features a lot of notable buildings and items from Gerald Ford's Grand Rapids. So things like South High, where he attended high school, Ford Paint and Varnish, where his father worked, as well as a model of the museum, and new this year, a model of Gerald and Betty's gravesite.
And I'll mention in there that the lobby with the train is free to the public. You do not have to pay to come and see the train, only for the exhibits upstairs.
Okay, great to know. You know, get the family out and about. Everybody loves
Bring the kids.
Train.
The kids free, parents free, everybody's free for the lobby to see the train.
Wonderful. And you have some other Christmas events going on as well. Talk to us about that.
We also have a number of holiday story times happening. So on December 22nd at 10 a.m., December 23rd at 2 p.m., and December 29th at 10 a.m., people can come on down and hear some stories related to the holiday season.
Wonderful, wonderful. And let's talk, you know, the significance of having this museum in our backyard in West Michigan. This is a big deal. Not many cities are lucky enough to have a presidential museum. Let's talk about the significance.
That is very true. Grand Rapids, as well as Ann Arbor, where the library is, are the presidential library system. There are only so many. And Grand Rapids is very lucky to have a presidential museum that people can come to see, not only learn about Gerald Ford, but learn about the presidency itself, learn about the Constitution, small d democracy, those types of issues.
Right, and the vice presidency, which you know, you've been on and you've talked to us about this exhibit, which I think is fascinating because people are going to learn some things.
Yeah, exactly, and this is something that there hasn't been a major exhibit exploring the vice presidency. So I think we're really lucky to have something like this in our community where people can come and learn more about this office that is often overlooked but is so important to our nation. And I'll add that when people come, they can see some really neat artifacts related to Gerald Ford, including a football that was gifted to him by the public, because we've got to have footballs in the exhibit.
Of course.
We also have a vice presidential seal, and he was actually the last vice president to use this particular seal. And we also have Betty Ford's dress that she wore during the swearing in, so her bright orange dress. So we're very excited.
Yeah, we have a lot of we're basically into the phase now where we have a lot of 50th anniversary events going on, with, of course, today being the vice president, and next August we've got him being sworn in as the president. 50th anniversary of that, 50th anniversary of Betty's breast cancer diagnosis, and her spreading the word about that. The end of the Vietnam War, the 1976, tons of 50th anniversary things going on for the next couple of years.
You're making me feel really old. I'm like, oh my God.
It doesn't add up that it was all 50 years ago, right?
Right. And so how can people find out and learn more about when these exhibits are coming, look forward to that, plan their visits? What do they need to know?
They can visit our website at fordlibrarymuseum.gov, and we're also on different social media platforms.
Okay, perfect. Wonderful. Well, thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate it.
Such a significantly historical day here, and then looking into next year. So you want to learn more, fordlibrarymuseum.gov, and of course the address there right on your screen. We'll be right back.